So this time I'm doing a how I do my eyebrows tutorial because again this is something that had been requested and it went really well when I was filming it. Proud that I stayed in focus again. Before I show you the actual step-to-step of how I do it, I thought I'd mention the two products that I use. So I like to use the Anastasia Dip Brow in a medium brown. This I really like I've talked about it a lot. It's a really good pomade, and then I like to use some Maybelline Brow Drama as well, which is a nice like setting gel. I always used to use the Soap & Glory Brow Archery pencil, which I adore. I love that pencil, but I ran out and they stopped selling my colour, like it's not in stock anywhere. So I don't really know what I'm going to do because I love that pencil. But at the moment I'm living well on Dip Brow. It's doing me good. It's a very good product, and I know that if you don't want to pay for it then you can get dupes for it. So I think Ardell do a good pomade and NYX probably do one as well. So you should always check those out. I got my Anastasia Dip Brow from Beauty Bay, so I will link it in the description below. One product I did forget to mention is concealer. So obviously when I'm doing my brows I like to clean them up to keep them nice and sharp. So I like to use the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cover and Conceal palette in light, and it just looks like this. And I use these two colours because one of them is really pale and I'll use that if I really want to highlight, but one of them is like kind of the right kind of shade, but I just prefer to mix them together. These two here, and it just helps to keep it clean cut and give it a nice finish. So those are the products that I use. And so if you want to know how I do my eyebrows, then keep on watching. So first of all, I will take the dip brow and I will do the general outlining of the eyebrow. Personally for me, my eyebrows are a little bit annoying and they don't really have an end, like a really nice point. So I always make sure that that looks really nice when I'm doing the outline. I also have a really light hand when doing this because the dip brow can be quite strong if I press really hard. After I've done the outline, I will fill in any areas, but I don't have very many sparse parts, so it's just a general fill, because otherwise it would just be the outline and that really wouldn't look very good. Then I will take the concealer and go around the outline of that, making sure I have a nice sharp line on the end of my eyebrow so that I keep that nice tail shape. Sometimes I don't do it all the way around the brow, sometimes I just do the underneath part, or the underneath and then half of the tail, just because I want to get that really nice and precise. Then once I've done that, I will go back in and just fill in any areas that I have missed out, or at the front in particular. And then I will just blend it in with my spoolie just so it's nice and even, and then I'll use the Maybelline Brow Drama just to set it and give it a bit more of a tint. Then to blend out my concealer, I will use the Real Techniques Dome Shadow Brush, I think it is. Honestly, this is my favourite brush to use for concealer. I don't know why it's an eyeshadow brush, because personally I think that it's better for concealer. Then when I've done that, I will just go in with any highlighter just to highlight my brow bone, just to give it a nice finish. And that is how I do my eyebrows. She makes me